What's up, my sassy little strawberry guavas? This is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Daily Grind, we're back with another installment of Rob reads you shit that you probably don't want to read yourself. And it seems that today in the Old Blood hotfixes, we're actually getting some changes or some future changes coming to the Kuva Lich system. So I just started reading some of it, and I was like, okay, wait, no, everybody probably wants me to go ahead and read this for them. So let's just go ahead and jump on in. As you can see, our resident Ginger Ninja, Miss D.E. Megan, has chimed in. The Old Blood hotfix 26.0.4, and I believe that there's another one that is 4.1, so we've got a little addition to the end of it. It's been 5 days since the launch of Old Blood, and we've got our hands full with some great player feedback so far. As of yesterday afternoon, 15,000 Kuva Liches have been converted and 85,000 have been vanquished. You've been putting in that work. To keep everybody in the loop, we're working on some bigger picture mechanics for the Kuva Lich system coming soon. Stockpiled Kuva weapons. I thought that this was a fantastic idea. Receiving a better duplicate of a Kuva weapon after you put in the work/forma into an existing one can feel rather disappointing. With that in mind, we're working on a duplicate consumption mechanic where you can combine two of the same Kuva weapons, thus transferring its buffs while preserving your forma and Exilus investment, ergo relieving you of your inner turmoil. I like that. That is a really I didn't hear about the whole transferring the forma kind of thing, so I'm very happy. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say that DE needs to pay attention to the people who have already devoted the time and effort, and this highlights them listening to that fact because these people have already ground things out for it and already invested the forma into it. So this way, it's like they're almost retroactively saying, listen baby, we got you, and I'm like, I like that. Larvaling Lich creation will be truly opt-in. Some people want to see the world drown in Kuva, and others just want a lich-free life. So for those that don't want to be hounded by a Kuva Lich, we're changing the way Larvalings are killed in order to obtain a Kuva Lich. Larvalings will have the same pre-death setup as Thralls, except the Mercy action is only available to the player who damaged them last. At that point, you either walk up and press X to initiate the Mercy required for Kuva Lich creation, or just walk away and leave them to eventually die on their own after 15 seconds, thus opting out of Kuva Lich creation. Stay tuned. I actually think that's absolutely fantastic. More player options, I'm always up for that. Of course, me personally, when I go to try, well, I guess you can like skip out inadvertently killing a Larvaling. That way you don't have to worry about it. For me personally, like when I go out to like hunt a Larvaling, I'm like looking for one, so. Melee Phase 2 changes and fixes. We have cherry-picked some fixes for Melee today while we review the larger feedback picture. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this video was actually going to be a little bit different. I'm going to pitch this to you guys just to see how you feel about it. I actually want to do an edit. Now, the big thing about that is there are so many new stances to go over, and there are so many different weapons to play around with. So instead, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a setup where I chose 3 particular weapon types and like went through the simulacrum and kind of like felt out the combos and saw which kind of combo setup fits me the best, and maybe even try out some weapons while we're there to get a good feel out of all of them, because it's just way too expansive for me to really sink my teeth in 100% to know for sure. Now, there are a couple weapons that I really like, and I don't want to say too much about them because I'm not trying to get anything nerfed. You know what something's good? It's that Loki Master Race effect. Rule number 1 of the Loki Master Race, you don't talk about the Loki Master Race. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, shh, we gotta keep our mouths shut on that one. But they have fixed having to toggle sprint every time you melee, as reported here. Fix Sigma and Octantis and Cobra and Crane not consuming the melee combo counter on heavy attack, and fix the parry mod counter functionally not working properly. Also remove the channeling requirements. So those are just the little things to highlight. In addition, let me know how you guys currently feel about the melee system. I think the TLDR right now is front end. It's easier, it's funner, you do more damage, but on the back end, when you start scaling, it just doesn't scale as well, which is what I'm getting as the overall feedback. Kuva Lich Phase 2 changes and fixes. With 5 days of feedback under our belts, we have a substantial number of changes to the Kuva Lich system rolling out today. There will be more to come this week that are a bit more developer intensive. Mercying a Thrall now has a 5% chance to drop 500 Kuva or a Requiem Relic, adding another reward vector in the steps that are required to vanquish convert a Kuva Lich. Requiem Relics play a very key part in the Kuva Lich system, and our goal with this change is to conjoin the Thrall hunt on what is currently normal mission modes that will with your eventual Requiem Relic hunt. Oh, I like that. ODE! Look at you with that fast feedback! Alright! Increase the drop chance of each Requiem Relic in Kuva Siphon missions from 30 to 50%! Alright! I like that! Man, I'm about to go buy me some Tenogen now. Y'all really make me want to buy some Tenogen. See what happens? All you gotta do is just give me a little bit of what I want, I'll give you a little bit of what you want. Tweak the Requiem Murmur discovery requirements for each hint to reduce the initial ramp up. Thank you. Instead of each murmur requiring the same amount of hints, the first and second murmur require 60% of what they used to, and the last murmur requiring 140. Okay, okay, I get it. You know, we kind of get to play around with the first two, and then you kind of leave us to discover what the last one is a little bit longer. I see where you're going with that. 140 is a little steep, but we'll see. Excess murmur progress now carries over to the next murmur to allow for faster Kuva Lich murmur discovery. Okay. Yeah, good changes, good changes. Known requiems that you discover from using your Parazon on the Kuva Lich are now immediately visible on the UI as a permanent known requiem. Oh, this is good. Requiem mods and relics can now no longer be taxed by your Lich. I got some messages about that, and I'm glad they're getting rid of it. In-game murmur pop-ups now show progress in the form of a progression bar from your previous murmur discovery. This progress bar will not be displayed if you've solved all murmur hints. Okay. Testing a Requiem on a Lich now advances murmur progress by roughly 10 times more than on a Thrall on average. Okay, good! A transmission will now play when a Kuva Larvaling fails a spawn. Alright. Tweak murmur display in Lich screen to be clearer. Added vocals for Kuva Larvalings as they wait on the ground for that sweet Parazon. Oh, that sounds sensual. Okay. Added a number next to Lich attempt history so you can tell the order. Updated Lich name text to make certain letters more distinguishable. Lich's ranks will now update immediately from a failed attempt so you can see the new rank right away during a mission. Alerts in Kuva missions now include a reward already received entry if you replay one you've already completed. Removed unintended sounds from Kuva ephemeras. What is the unintended sound? I'm curious about that one. Kuva Toncore reload speed decreased from 1.7 to 1.5. Get those buffs in. Fixed end of mission screen not showing all recovered Kuva Lich items. Ephemera, Kuva weapon blueprint, etc. Each case we looked into, the Lich didn't return my X, showed that the items were returned in all cases, just the UI was bugged. Fixed Necro Shadows of the Dead being able to spawn as Kuva Thralls. Fixed Liches in the Codex, current Lich's name in subtitles, and other inconsistencies. Fixed Kuva Larvaling spawnings in missions where everybody in the squad already had a Lich. Fixed Kuva Larvaling in transmission appearing before the Larvaling has spawned. Fixed incorrect transmission playing, okay, fixed excavation power cell carriers and capture targets spawning as thralls, rendering the mission uncompletable. Okay, that's good. I think that everything here is basically boring stuff that I don't think we really... Oh, this one's a sad one. Fixed vanquished Liches coming to assist. Fixed Kuva Liches being affected by the out of sight mod. The out of sight mod is the blind. I actually used that a couple times to blind them. But also the vanquished Liches coming to assist. That means Kerr will never come back to me. Oh. Let's see. Fixed being able to spawn more thralls than intended permission. I might have been doing that for a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. Fixed Requiem mods not showing PH for text when trading. Fixed an issue where Liches would stop playing their finisher animation immediately after starting it. Okay, so they've got some optimizations. Let's take a look at the Parazon mod changes and fixes. Untraceable will now refresh its 18-second invisibility buff if it activates while already active, i.e. hacking another terminal within the 18-second window. Increase the runtime speed buff from 50 to 75% and the duration from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Increase the hit and run duration from 12 seconds to 15-second parkour speed boost on Mercy. Livewire now only shocks enemies who are aware/alerted within 24 meters. Nice. Thus not ruining your stealth gameplay. That's what I didn't put Livewire in there because of that. Fix untraceable invisibility buff triggering when you fail and abort a Corpus hack panel. Vauban changes. Hot off the feedback train with more to come as we dive deeper. Increase the casting speed of Vauban's Tesla Nervos and Orbital Strike. That's good because some of those ones were a little slow. Changes. Blah, blah, blah. Remove the Orbiter scene from the Captura scene screen. It will return at the appropriate date. Nyx's Psychic Bolt's infested movement speed debuff is now affected by Power Strength. Grendel's missions now start with a HUD call out for no mods mode. And removed some scratches and grime from the Kuva Lich's armor metallics to allow more consistent material for accessories. Okay, so they're making the little shining, shimmering Splendid a little bit better. There are a couple little fixes, which I'm sure are no big deal. And then Old Blood fixes fixed thralls dropping Requiem mods instead of the intended Requiem Relics on Mercies. Ooh. Well, we've also removed the 500 Kuva from Thrall drop table. No, with less rewards to pick from, that means a better shot at Requiem Relics. Okay, I get it. Players who received Requiem mods or Kuva while the Thrall drop was incorrect will go keep them. Santa came early. And I think that's basically fixed Thrall drops being taxed by the Kuva Lich. And I think that's basically it that we need to cover here. But all in all, it sounds like some really good changes. And happily, very, very happily, it sounds like DE is listening to feedback like hot and fast. They're like, we got to turn this fucking ship around. We got to make sure that we are on point for all of our stuff. I'm feeling kind of like proud of them. I'm feeling kind of proud of them. Or you guys let me know how you feel down in the comments below. In addition to all of that, toss me your feedback for Melee right now. If you kind of feel like my TLDR summed it up a little bit, if there's any pain points for you, or if you feel like it's overall better, how are you feeling about heavy attacks? Toss that down there so I can address that in like my Melee edit video. Also, if there's any specific Melee weapon types that you want me to go ahead and take a look at the combos for and kind of make a decision myself, put that in the comments as well. But as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and rip Kerr. Because that's all I could say. I was going to say rip Kuva Lich Kerr. And that's still where my heart is right now. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.